A new video tonight of a shooting at an after-hours club in Toledo. The city shut it down for 1 year following violence there, and it reopened this past weekend. And what happened? A man was shot multiple times at the club. 13 ABC's Christina Williams is live tonight with video and a story all new at 6. Christina.
Diane, this club is in the middle of a neighborhood at the corner of Kelsey and White. You can see it here behind me. And this weekend, there were upwards of 100 people inside of that club. And neighbors say after this shooting, they've had it and they want it shut down for good. Early Sunday morning, violence at the club. 8 shots ring out, hitting at least one person. One man crawls around for help as dozens of people run out of the building. 2 minutes later, more gunfire. In 3 minutes of chaos, 17 shots are fired at the After Hours Club on Toledo's east side.
It's crazy.
The city shut down the club at Kelsey and White in September of 2019 for 1 year after more than 30 calls to police for violence and vandalism outside.
I don't know how many times they've damaged our car, damaged our property, damaged other people's property.
The after-hours spot is surrounded by homes. Neighbors say the club had big crowds this weekend, and it took no time for problems to return. One neighbor, who didn't want to show her face, says she fears for her life, and after the latest shooting, wants the place shut down permanently.
They're going to kill a whole lot of people if they don't stop this. And that's what I'm afraid of, is somebody's going to get killed.
The city of Toledo is working to padlock this property again. In fact, a spokesperson for the city of Toledo says the city plans on taking its case to a judge tomorrow, asking that the judge reinstate a temporary restraining order that would give the city to shut this place down. Meanwhile, as for that shooting this past weekend, Toledo police are still investigating. Reporting live, Christina Williams, 13 ABC Action News.
New details linked to a Toledo after-hours club with a long list of problems. City working to shut it down. 13 ABC's Christina Williams has this I-Team follow-up tonight.
Gunfire, garbage, and heavy traffic.
They piss on your cars because they're drunk, and then they make a mess throwing beer bottles, liquor bottles. We got to pick that up.
Cynthia Garcia says the after-hours club at the corner of Kelsey and White is a problem. 2 weeks ago, there were more than 100 people inside the club when a shooting started. One man was hit multiple times after a string of gunfire that spilled into the streets.
I have kids. The lady next door has kids, and I don't want to see a bullet or something go through a window and harm one of them.
The city closed the after-hours spot in September of 2019 for 1 year after more than 30 calls to police for violence and disruptions in the neighborhood. The club just reopened, and now the city plans to shut it down again. Lawyers are asking a judge for permission to board up the windows for another year.
Yeah, the idea is to keep it closed, and as long as it's a nuisance.
John Madigan says COVID-19 restrictions are fueling the popularity of the underground spots.
People are looking for things to do and places to drink after hours. So now we have them, they've proliferated around the city. We've had more of these places in the last 6 months than we've had in the last 2 years, I think.
Not every club will be closed, but if you live near one of the nuisance properties, Madigan suggests reporting the problem every time.
So the more the public gets involved in reporting these things to the police, the more attention it'll be given. It's the old saying, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and that's what's going on here. If people are being annoyed, if there's loud noise, cars racing around, cars parked illegally all over the place, anything like that, call the police, get them out there, and we'll deal with it.
I don't want to see somebody in my neighborhood get hurt because of this.
In Toledo, Christina Williams, 13 ABC Action News.
And the next hearing for that after-hours club is scheduled for November 17th. If a judge grants a permanent injunction, the city can then board up that property.